I'm in my bed. I can't go back to sleep now. I'm just thinking one of my biggest gifts and curses. So I'm thinking my girl Ozma, she's been posting a lot of these like questions about relationships and stuff. And the other day, Kevin had wrote a poem on his page, and it was basically like talking about the general aspects and his experience in relationships of how like love goes wrong or whatever. So of course, I had to answer it back, and I answered it from my personal view. So then he's been like recording his stuff. So he went live and he was kind of like breaking down the poem, and then he read my part, and as he was breaking down line for line, he kind of like answered to some of the stuff I said. And one of the things that I said is that a woman wants to feel needed. And I know I want to feel needed. And a lot of people have like this negative context when they think of the word need. They think like needy, or like you need money or something like that. But so anyway, when he gave an example of like when a man doesn't need you, like women feel some way, and yes they do. But the example that he gave was like, say, like you met your woman and she was homeless and you housed her and she needed you that way. And then he was like, and he said, or vice versa. And then, like, as things progress, you're walking on eggshells, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the way that I want to be needed. What need means is that it's something essential, something important, something required, something in the want that you must have, like not like needed like it's an like a duty, you know what I mean? Like, but needed like it's an essential thing. Like you need to sleep easy at night. You need peace. So like I would desire to have a man that wanted me as a requirement, like he needs to wake up to me in the morning, not like it's some um like it's duty, but it's because like the men that I've been with will tell me that, I can't sleep at night, but when you're around, I sleep. Like someone to calm you and take away anxiety, that kind of thing. Not to become your anxiety because you done move somebody in, like out of need, you know, that kind of need. Somebody that you could be yourself around and just feel like comfortable, like you don't have to put on the air. Somebody that makes things easier. That is the kind of need that a woman wants to fulfill. Because I mean, if you look at what a woman's supposed to be, a helpmeet, then that's a necessity, right? It's a need. A man should need a helpmeet. That's what women are made for men, because he had said that in his poem. So if a woman is made for a man, then it's like that tool in the box that he needs to have, because it just makes everything a little bit easier. Like when you have your toolbox and you need, and you have the things that you need to aid you. The tools don't make the man, but they enhance what the man is doing, that type of need. So I was just laying here thinking about that, and it had to express that, because that is the type of need that I'm used to providing in the relationships that I had, where somebody did, recognize who I was and what I was offering. Also, like inspiration, because I feel like I'm a muse. I feel like I help people to, like, when I'm around, I encourage people to like move forward. Like, I support them not only in just emotionally or energetically, just by my being around, but I'm very resourceful. And a lot of times I give people ideas and I'll hear them talking back later as if they came up with the idea and it was really me, but I don't say anything. And they be telling me what they doing, but I told them to do it. That's just how it works out. That's just what I do. And I'm not mad about it, but it is nice when somebody recognizes that, you know. It's a beautiful thing. And that if you want someone that is encouraging and you could depend on, and that is supportive, and that just overall makes things feel better with their presence. And it's always going to be, you know, nobody's 100%. With all that good stuff, there comes maintenance. Like, even if it was all perfect, in order for your car to keep running perfectly, you maintain it. You know, you put oil in it, you clean it, you service it, you know. So, and if at the time you just happen to pick up an older model, then you might have to do a little bit more servicing, or you may not have to do a little bit more servicing, but you may hear a click or a clink every now and again, and you have to look, and you might have to, you know, tighten something up here or there. But that's what I'm talking about. So that was just on my mind, and I hope I can go back to sleep because I got a whole hour left before I go to work, and I don't feel like getting up. I just like to stay in my warm bed under with my heated blanket. So that was that. That was. I hope this is what a woman means when she says she wants to be needed. Not like she want him to need her to cook for him or clean for him. I want a man that could do everything that I could do. Well, not, you know, not everything, because I want there to be a balance where we could feel like, you know, feel like it's a plus to have somebody around that maybe provides something that you don't provide. And as a woman, I want to need a man to comfort me, not to pay all the bills, and I don't need all of that. I could, you know, comforter, somebody that makes you feel safe, somebody that supports you. And you can get this in a friend too, but I'm saying in a relationship, these are the things that I want every day in my life. Like, it's not like I need to be sexed down and and you need to buy everything and buy me jewelry and roses. Like, that makes me feel, but I already know who I am. But sometimes when life gets hard and life is not delivering to you in resonance with who you believe you are, you start, if you're a critical thinker like me, you start thinking about, well, what did I do? What turn did I make? How did I bring this about? So it's good to have somebody around you that recognizes who you are, that can help ease your stress. Like, I can't sleep at night. So when I have a relationship with somebody that makes me feel calm and I can go to sleep at night, that is a big deal for me. So I understood it, what these men were saying when they were saying they couldn't sleep, but when I was there, they just slept. You know what I mean? And it wasn't about sex. It was about just having a comforting spirit there. Somebody that you know really cared. It just like a mother and child, like that baby goes to sleep when he's in his mother's arms. That kind of provision. And I would like that from a man also. Um Feeling safe, feeling supported, feeling like I could say what I'm really feeling and not be judged, because the person can see me for who I am and take it as what I'm saying out of my mouth and not what it could possibly mean in 10 other women's situations and stuff like that, because I'm not 10 other women. That's why, like, you don't have to figure me out. Like, I know when women act in a different way than a man is, so a man is always going to have to look at a woman as a woman, but I don't do mysterious shit. Usually I blatantly come out and I'll say like 10 reasons why I could possibly be doing it, because I might not even know if it's in distress. But for the most part, my actions when I'm moving toward things and I'm consciously stepping toward things, then I know, and I will speak exactly what I'm doing. And even when I don't know, I'll speak what I feel, But yeah. So needed, when a man needs a woman and a woman needs a man, it should be for those types of things. And like, I don't really have the recipe scripturally for what a man is supposed to be, but I remember that the head is supposed to be righteous. Because if the man is righteous and you know somebody's moving in righteousness, it's easy to submit, because you know that they're not going to use you or misuse you, because they're acting righteously. So if you have a righteous man, you will submit because you know they're going to do the things that are heart driven. I wish I had the scriptures still in my head like I used to have them 10 years ago, but I don't. And I don't study them. So, but that was my tool. But I used to know what a righteous man was supposed to be because it was a big argument on a woman submitting and what she was supposed to submit to. So I used to always have the tenets of what the man was supposed to look like scripturally that you were submitting to. So yeah. So I just wanted to share that. It was on my mind. So I hope I know it's definitely in the energy because I'm looking at the people that are on my wavelength and what they're talking about, and people are thinking about relationships, and it's Mercury retrograde. So if you're into astrology, you know that usually around the Mercury retrograde, people will start coming back and communicating to you things that they wanted to say a long time ago, and you may not need to take them to move forward with, but to take them, with a grain of salt and just listen, because people will just come out the woodwork sometimes. Or you have to watch your communication and what you say. And I surely did not do that. I was saying all kind of things to myself, to people around me. The past couple of days, I was in distress, all full of hormones and stuff, and I didn't understand why I was feeling the way that I was feeling, so it was making it worse. I knew it was confusion and fear, but I was like, it just came out of nowhere and it was really intense. And the fact that I didn't even understand why I was acting that way was making it was bringing anxiety to a depressed despair feeling. It was crazy, but that's something else. But let me go so I can go back to sleep because I think I got an hour. Peace and blessings, y'all.